It's 7:30 on a Friday, and you know where you're at. You're at the Whiskey Roundtable with your hosts,
Big G.
Bourbon Bob.
Jimmy Chips.
Jimmy Chips.
Jimmy
up,
Chips.
kid? All right.
If we have some technical difficulties today, you blame me because I'm new at the helm and I'm just running it a little bit. We got some notes here I got to be reading. So, welcome, folks. Welcome.
Awesome.
What a couple weeks it's been.
Phew.
Yeah. Holy smokes. Holy smokes.
Jesus.
Lots going on. Lots going on.
It's been a different last couple month and a half. Oof. Tough. A lot of bad things. But anyway,
Long story short.
Miss Karen has got other stuff going on today, and I don't think she'll be with us next week as well. She's got a lot of things going on. Nothing bad, just so you know. But other than that, that's about it. What's the how was your week, guys?
Oh, the week has been busy. Just still plugging along, trying to get some things going.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of stuff in the pipe for the Whiskey Roundtable. So
We do. Coming up.
the big news that just happened this week too. One of the little known distilleries down in Kentucky, Dark Arts, dropped in Ohio. So look for good things from them to come up. We got a couple of surprises happening, but Dark Arts is probably one of the new favorite ones that now we can get locally. They do a lot of good finishes with the barrels and the staves, and look for a lot of good things to come from this young distillery.
That's I've had some of the products, and they're very, very good. Very, very good. So I'm glad that they're here. They're in Ohio. So.
But we were at Royal Havana on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make it up there.
I didn't know you guys were going to be up there.
Yeah. There was a lot of people there who didn't even notice that you weren't there.
Yeah. That's pretty much the way it is.
There was no chips there. We should have known. But yeah, we another good time up there. There was a good crowd. Jake from Crowned Heads and Oz family was there.
That's the reason I went out there. So Jake Sanders. Oh my goodness. Sorry, kids. I'm just trying to read something and talk at the same time.
Whoops.
So anyway, so Jake reached out to me. He's like, "You heading to Havana?" I said, "I am." I said, "I just got here." Thank you, sir. And so he says, "I'll be there at 7:00." So he rolled in, and then much to my surprise, Tom Levy came in. So we hung out with him for a while. And
Tom was from the Drew Estates. Yes, both former guests on the show and good friends of the show, and both are going to be making reappearances probably by the end of the year.
Right. So I think we're putting together that stuff for
Blackened.
Blackened, yeah.
I should ask you what you were drinking. Sorry, kids.
Well,
So.
I'm not drinking scotch tonight.
Oh!
Did you bump your head?
I didn't bump my head, but I was doing some repair on some light fixtures, and do not grab the black wire when you're working on them.
Or your punishment is you'll be grounded.
I see your hair standing up.
It is my hair, but no, I like this product a lot.
It's a good product.
We're in keeping with doing bourbon tonight.
Yeah.
And he's also smoking a blackened cigar that pairs well with that.
Cigar. Right.
Yeah, if everything goes as we're planning it right now, is towards the end of the season, we got some surprises for you guys. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, and when Tom comes back out, he's going to bring the blackened rye that we did not get on time for the show when he was here. But just reading some industry tabloids, the blackened rye just took gold in New York. Mm-hmm. So congratulations to Rob and the people out there for that, because that's a pretty good feat
job,
to do that.
Rob. Good job.
Can't wait to taste that sampling. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a good crowd at Royal Havana.
We did. Dave Nunzio showed up, Rev showed up, and I wasn't expecting any of that because Dave says he wasn't gonna be there on Wednesday, but then he showed up, and then next thing you know, we had, 20 people there.
Yeah.
Bob Picola came in, Robert came in, and we had a nice time, really good. Unexpected.
And what was nice about when Jake comes up, Jake never usually disappoints when he
Yeah,
comes up.
him and Crown Head,
Oh.
fantastic cigars, they really are.
Yeah, he gave us a preview of a new cigar coming out. I had mine over there. That was the Belgian Blue.
Very
Look for
good.
that one coming out.
Yeah, that's a great cigar.
Nice box press. For some reason, I'm hooked on the box presses.
I love box press.
Yeah,
But that style of cigar and that one just burned real nice. And I know Royal Havana's going to be carrying a bunch of them. Dave got a pre-order of about 6 boxes, I think he said.
yeah.
So
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And then Jake reached out. Well, when me and him were talking, he's like, he was gonna be at Lakewood yesterday, and I said, well, that's not a far drive for me. It's basically 40 minutes or 45 minutes or whatever it was. But so I hung out with him last night at Simone's. So no, is it Simone's? No, Briar. What is it? Briar. Simone's is the liquor store.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, kids. So anyway, we went there, we hung out, we watched the game. I left in the 9th inning, and Cleveland came back and won in overtime.
Yep.
So it was pretty cool, man. So
Nice.
drove home, and that
That's
was
the
it.
best part of the game.
It was. The best part, yeah.
but also that when I say that Jake doesn't disappoint is that the cigars are one thing, but he brought a very special unreleased Four Roses that was a test product or whatever that they had that that was like
Oh, that
honey.
was so good.
Really?
it was, I mean, there was nice honey notes, nice brown sugar notes.
Four
And-
Roses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unreleased, so you meaning you can't buy it?
You
yet?
can't buy it. He's got a guy.
Oh.
But
We all have. Everybody has.
everybody's got a guy, but that
Except
was
for me.
you got Greg.
Yeah.
Greg's your guy.
I'll take it.
yeah, yeah.
If you need it, you want it,
Yeah.
get it from Greg.
That's the truth.
Oh my.
But yeah,
goodness.
so I mean that was a great time up there. But this week in Cleveland, we got Guardians playing tonight with the championship for the championship. Football on Sunday. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions, which is going to be really great because they're going to finally induct Ozzy as Ozzy's
solo.
as a solo artist. Yes.
He's already been inducted for Black Sabbath.
Yep.
He's being inducted his solo career.
Yep. And nobody's going to understand his acceptance speech. Yeah, Sharon.
No.
I think they're divorced, aren't they?
No.
No,
They're still together.
Oh, no.
I
Yeah,
thought
oh,
they-
yeah.
I thought they were
No,
divorced.
they're divorced. I mean, they're not divorced.
they're not divorced.
He moved back to Great Britain because
Yeah.
he said America is becoming too dangerous.
Very true. Very true. Absolutely. So, Oliver, what do we got on the scroll? Anything?
Well, I'm just going to go check that right now. We had a few folks up there. Karen's out there, and Whiskey Tube. How you doing, folks? How you
Whiskey
doing?
Tube, what's up, kids?
Oh, and we have a Karen Battaglia on here.
No.
Nice tribe shoot, Jimmy. But speaking of the tribe, Jabul is over here also.
Yeah.
So hopefully he brings some luck to the guards.
Awesome.
But yeah, we're doing. Hopefully we're doing good. If, like I said, if there's some technical difficulties tonight, blame the whiskey.
Oh, you had to say. So you had to say, dog.
Oh man.
Yeah, too funny.
Anything coming up for next week?
You know what? Next week, Saturday, I have to go to Columbus for 4 hours because of my employment, so to say. I'll just leave it at that. So I have to be there at noon. Be back by 6 o'clock. So I have to
You going
leave-
anywhere near Polaris? You're going to be getting like
I'm
7.
sure it's going to be through Polaris.
I may have you stop and pick up some Gorodano's pizza for me.
Gordano's Pizza.
The Chicago pizza.
Send that
I will.
to me. And then I can call you on the way home and drop
yeah.
it off.
You pretty much have to go through Polaris on your way to if you take
Well,
70.
yeah.
If you
I-
take 71.
Correct. And I've been to Polaris many, many times.
That place has developed so,
So,
much.
it
I mean,
has.
if you guys haven't
It
taken a
has.
ride down to Columbus lately, I mean, that is a city that is just booming and building.
When I came back from
Oh, man.
when I came back from Kentucky for samplings, I went the other way. I left at 4 in the morning, and I took off. And I left when I pulled out of the driveway. It was 4 p.m. a.m. Excuse me, 4 a.m. And I pulled right out of the driveway, and I got home. It was exactly 9 o'clock.
Is there a way we can turn the fan off?
We
We forgot
had
to
the
do
fan
that.
car off.
I think that one's on?
This one, yeah, it's very light. I have
Okay.
one over there. You can't hear it. This one I tried to turn down and it would not turn down, so I just turned it off.
Okay. All right.
So
So there you go.
what I'm hearing is the laptop.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too.
Yeah. So everything else is all right.
The laptop a little bit further away from
So
that.
I got that next Saturday. It's going to be my whole day, and I'll be happy to get home and go to dinner or do something. Figure it out. Or maybe I just have my buddies over.
Yeah. And I think tomorrow I'm going to be probably heading to Schnitzel. I have.
Goran just came home yesterday.
Oh, so you'd probably be anxious to see how his business is running.
Yeah, Bronca came home early, but that I won't. It's nobody's business. But anyway, long story short, I'll see Goran next week. The king has put it down that Greggy, I see you next week. Make sure you have nothing going on.
When Goran speaks, people listen.
Yeah, he's a great guy. We have a great history. He's a wonderful person. Him and the whole group, the friends. I mean, unbelievable. So much fun hanging out with them guys and girls.
Oh man, he just released a peanut butter beer too. So I
Yeah,
was
they
kind
did a
of excited.
pumpkin, I think they did too.
Yeah, the Frankenstein, that was a good one too.
They want to do another show as well.
I have
Of
not
course.
been to his new place yet. I want.
Oh, well, I'll take you there.
The new one, the new production facility is awesome.
You should go. Well, if we hook up this week with Goran and Stevie, come with me.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
just
blast. You want to come? You're more than welcome to come.
I think I'm going to wait till the production facility gets the kitchen in there because I want some of his good food. I want some of that homemade sausage. I was like, man. Anyway, what else we got going on? Anything else? Are we doing a whiskey show? We want to talk about some whiskeys?
Whiskey.
I'm down.
Well-
I've already told you.
He's already on his bourbon.
I'm
and-
doing bourbon tonight. What an occasion. You know?
So,
So we're doing a Maker's Mark tonight. This is something that Greg picked up. If you want to take over and see what how you found out about this, and
so I was looking for something else, and I came across this Maker's Mark, which is a 10 stave of oak barrel, if you will, and it's I think it's 96 proof if I'm not mistaken. But
Wow.
anyway, it's like right around maybe a $40 bottle, and so I was
That's
like,
nothing.
it's nothing. You can see it's got to be a 5 jar. I mean, it's dark.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I like Maker Mark's products. Do I get them a lot? No, but when I do, I never complain.
yeah.
You know.
Maker's Mark was the one I jumped to from Jack Daniels. When I was drinking Jack Daniels, I went to the regular Maker's Mark, and then, it just became that. That's probably when I started transitioning into trying different bourbons too.
There's a similarity or a parallel
Well, yeah, I
between Jack Daniels and Maker's Mark.
yeah, this is better.
Oh,
Apples and oranges.
Just trying to make a little
oranges.
distinction that I made that trade off. Is like I was just drinking Jack Daniels, and I was like, okay, not realizing that there was other things out there. And
okay.
And I think Rob said it best. It was like watching The Wizard of Oz from black and white to color.
There you go.
I mean, you got so many different notes on just the regular Maker's Mark, and I was hooked from there. And side story real quick, I became a Maker's Mark ambassador. And what that means is if you guys go to their website, when I did it years ago, you had to be sponsored by somebody. Recommended to be in the club, but what they do is they put your name on a barrelhead on a
Don't
little,
mind the plane rolling.
yeah,
But anyway, go
but
ahead.
they put your name on a brass placard with like 20 or 30 other people. And as your barrel matures every year on the anniversary of your barrel, they send you a little gift and a little update on where it's at, or your barrel has moved to this part of the rick house and it's done this and done that. And
Wow.
for 7 years, because it was 7 years that one was aged. And on the 7th year, I got this tube from Maker's Mark. What the hell is this big tube in the mail? I open up and it was a poster
Oh, cool.
of a bottle of Maker's Mark sitting at a bus stop. And it says, "It can't come to you. Your barrel is ready. Come down and get it."
There you go. Awesome.
So what they do is they offer you to buy a chance to buy 2 bottles, and they were $90 a piece. But hey, it was well worth the experience. But they give you custom labels with your name on it. You get to go down there, put your label on, dip it in the wax, and you can dip it as far into the wax as you want, or as little into the wax.
I would just drop the whole thing.
So there was people that were doing it. I mean, you get to they put on these big asbestos gloves, and you be careful, and you get to dip it in there, twist it, and put it up there. And then they give you like the old wax seal for your envelopes, and you put the Maker's Mark on top, the little Maker's Mark stamp on top of that, which is really kind of cool. And then you graduate into the senior ambassador, and this whole process starts over again. My buddy just did the senior ambassador, and he got his other 4 bottles, but it was a really cool experience. If you're into the bourbons and you plan on taking a trip to Kentucky, their distillery property is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a park setting, as most of the distilleries are in their visitors.
They are. They're all. Every one of them is completely different from the other.
Yeah,
Completely unbelievable.
yeah, it is really kind of cool.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun down there. I learned a lot down there actually. You know, you think that people say, oh, you're a whiskey connoisseur, blah blah blah.
Kind of a sewer.
Yeah.
If you don't, listen, that was that we only got to probably 5 or 6 distilleries, but at the end of the day, we're only tasting 2. But anyway, long story short, I learned a lot. I learned a lot of education, and as far as being a whiskey connoisseur, I'm still what do you call it? At number 1, so to say. You know, as you want to build up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know. So
I think you're a little higher than that.
well, I don't. No, I didn't. I won't say I got schooled. I just got educated. You know, it was like wonderful. Some of the things that we did. It was a lot of fun. And if you really want to learn about whiskeys, if you will, that's the place to go. I can see why they sell out all the time. You know, it's wonderful. The drinks are great. You know, everything is wonderful.
Yeah.
Everybody's nice. We had a lot of fun, man.
How can you not be nice when you're surrounded by all that bourbon all the time?
Sure.
Like when you go into the Rick House, you get the tour, you take the little tour, you go into the Rick House, they open the doors, and just imagine 10,000 barrels of the Angel Share coming down and into your nose. It's amazing smell.
I don't know. I don't remember. Hold that thought. I don't remember, but I don't know if I did this or not. I'll have to ask Karen. But I have a lot of pictures from us being down there. So Karen, if I don't, I know that you're watching the show. So if I did not put that out there, put it on the scroll. Let me know. But I'd like I'd like the audience to see some of those pictures.
Oh yeah, we could probably put those up on the Facebook or probably
NASCAR barrels.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Childress and I can't think of the other one. I can pull it up, but anyway, it was
I
cool,
have
man.
a-
It was great. And
The Cigar and Shields cigar club that I was involved in with his Lake and Geauga and Cuyahoga County cops and firemen
Mhm.
did an event at the Willoughby Brewing Company, and Maker's Mark showed up, and they did a barrel for the organization, and I
Awesome.
have 2 bottles,
nice.
and I
Nice.
did not bring one tonight. I forgot. Sorry.
No worries.
But
No
I
worries.
have, but I will bring them,
Absolutely no worries.
and I have a Maker. It's a barrel they did for the Cigar and Shields
Nice.
Cigar Club.
I probably have, between stave bottles and all that, probably have 30 or 40 Maker's Mark bottles.
Okay, well I
That
won't
are
bring them.
boxed.
I won't.
That
bring
are
them.
boxed. I have a couple upstairs.
Okay.
You know, but I mean, I do like their products.
Yeah.
Do I like them all? No. You know, but I like what I like.
Yeah.
So.
Like when Maker's Mark was 2 years ago, they came out with the series of 4, and they were all different finished, like with chocolate and
Right.
this, that, and it was like I passed on every one of those. It was like, nah, that's getting too gimmicky for me.
Yeah.
But when they came out with Maker's Mark 46 with the 46 with the sherry staves,
Yeah.
they were only putting 5 sherry staves in those, and then when you said this one has 10.
10.
I'm really looking forward to trying this one because of
Me
the
too.
10 staves, because I like something that's got a wine finish on it. I have a
I
tendency
didn't
to
look
gravitate
at- I
to a
didn't
lot
look
of
at
those.
I didn't look at, not to cut you off, I didn't look, just so anybody knows, because sometimes people want to cheat, and I'm not going to
No.
cheat. But I did not read what the nose and the palate,
That is
hold in there, so
in a wine barrel. Is that what that is?
it's a French stave.
So
So right there, those are staves
Yeah.
in the corner.
Okay.
Those are staves.
Okay.
So
hold one up.
So they yeah, go ahead, pull one of those up. So those are staves. That's one piece of the barrel.
So what
that-
yeah,
I would say that's probably a 3 or 4 char. I'd say 4 or 5 char. excuse
probably a
me.
5 char.
Yeah. So anyway, long story short. So and those oak barrels, they can put in.
Greg used to use this as an nightstick.
I did. So, you were stupid.
Paddleboard,
But anyway,
little
so-
Friday night fun.
So, you're talking about French staves, you're talking about, wine barrels and different things like that. So that's how they mix it up. That's how they can put that stuff together with, we're going to put so many of this. If you're building a barrel, say we're going to put so many of these in here, we're going to put so many of these in there. So whatever the number is, once the barrel's complete, there might be 5 different staves as a part of that oak barrel.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
But just a little history on general information and stuff, because Karen did put some stuff together, much like Greg. I didn't read any of this ahead, so I don't know any nosings or anything on this either.
Well, I think we're just doing a kind of a, Karen's usually here. She can't be here for the next 2 Fridays, which is fine.
But she's
But,
setting
yeah.
us up for success.
Yeah,
So.
she's trying hard.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, we just did some point.
Yeah. So in 1953, Bill Samuels Sr. Bought the Burke's Distillery in Laurento, Kentucky. Now, Laurento is a county down in Kentucky, and there's a lot of good distilleries down in there, too. He used his family recipe, which included soft red winter wheat. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, he was the first one to put rye in his bourbon also. So there's a little hint of rye in all these Maker's Mark products. And Bill's wife, Margie, designed the bottle, the label, and the red wax seal. And there's also a little story that goes around with the 3 stars and the circle that was a branding that they used at one point in time. So they would brand the barrels with that.
Yeah.
So which was really kind of cool too. So I mean it's kind of cool that him and his wife both worked on this whole thing as a family project, and it's an old family recipe. And the rest is history, because Maker's Mark is just booming. And like I said, their property is gorgeous. Their products are good. They're still, when you walk in there, is just absolutely gorgeous, because when you walk into the still house, first thing you see is this big copper kettle. And all the Maker's Mark is just bubbling right through it. The stuff that's going to be in a bottle soon is just bubbling right through there. And it's like, oh yeah, this is great.
I got a quick story. So remember when we would go to the Cleveland Athletic Club for the big cigar thing? You remember that?
Yep.
So when Maker's Mark hit Ohio, they were having samples. And at that time, I was a beer drinker. Okay, I wasn't drinking any bourbon. So I tasted that Maker's Mark. I'm like, ugh. But I drink it anyway, And then here we go, fast forward, here we are,
Yep.
doing our thing. Hang on a second, kids.
I wonder
Just
if
keep talking.
I'd have never seen that on any other whiskey bottle. The
The red
wax?
wax. Yeah.
I wonder if they've patented that.
They have. That is a Maker's Mark red that is specially designed for them. That wax, nobody else can use that color red.
About the wax itself. Nobody can dip it.
Oh, well, you can dip your own
Yeah, you
stuff.
can dip
You know,
your
when-
own-
when-
But the red wax is patented.
the red wax
Yeah,
is patented, and
yeah.
you can, when you go down to the distillery, even if you buy a bottle from their gift shop, you can stand in line and dip the bottle that you buy at the gift shop.
No,
It just doesn't have to be the one that you purchased through the Ambassador Club.
Okay.
I have a couple bottles that are dipped in, and they're not red, but they're white and yeah.
Okay.
different
And
colors.
that's something else too that's really cool too, is that Maker's Mark, being in Kentucky, they'll do a lot of blue bottles with special labels for Kentucky University. They do special. I mean, I don't know if it's still as much since Woodford is now sponsoring the Kentucky Derby, but they would always do a Derby bottle.
Okay.
But they have gone. I had one that was when the Cavaliers did the championship. I had one that was dipped in wine and gold wax. So it was dipped in the gold wax, and then they dipped the red wax, a wine wax on top of it. So that was really kind of cool too. So they'll do a lot of special waxes and stuff like that for different teams and events. And
So very good friend of mine, Rich, great guy, lives across the street from Karen and hang on a second, I'm kind of reading this. All right, sorry guys. Anyway,
Karen and Frank.
Karen and Frank, thank you. But anyway, he's got 4 Maker's Mark bottles that they're all dipped in the glue, if you will, and it's all about the oats. So I'm just going to show you that real quick, and we're going to post that.
Right,
We're
yeah.
going to post that.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? That's awesome.
he's got the
man.
grain.
Thanks,
He's got
Rich.
the grains that they make.
Yeah. That's awesome. I didn't even know that they would do something like that. That is really cool, man. He's
Yeah.
got blended even some of these oats, or if you will,
He's got their mash.
corn. All
It's basically their
cool,
mash
man.
bills in the bottle.
So, Rich, thank you very much.
Yeah, that
for
was really
by the way.
cool.
Thank you very much. So yeah, we'll post those pictures after the show. We'll post them so that people can see them. But it's cool, man. Awesome.
Yeah. So again, Maker's Mark. If you get a chance, that's a distillery to visit. I mean, it is one of the founding places down there, I would say, because it's a great adventure down there for that. But
It's great, man. I love it.
Is
So-
that on the Bourbon Trail?
it is on the Bourbon
Yeah.
Trail. Yeah.
Okay. The tour that you can take.
Yeah. I have not been down. I have not done the Bourbon Trail.
Well, we're going to do it this year. So anyway, long story short, we were going to do this 4 years ago, and then COVID hit.
Oh.
So then we had to revert, and we never went back. So, but I just went back, for tasting. But anyway, recently. So, but anyway, long story short, but there's a lot of distillers, and if we get a group of people together, we should maybe, do a 3 or 4 day deal, so to
Yeah,
say.
you cannot do the
You
Bourbon
gotta-
Trail in one
yeah.
day.
Yeah,
If
you
you are,
can't. There's no way.
and you
way.
cannot drive if you're doing that.
Right.
I'm gonna, because you're gonna. No, dude, I'm telling you, man. It was like when we went down to Starlight. I mean, everybody down there becomes your best friend, and it's like, oh, here, try this barrel. They pop a barrel, stick a thief in there, and here, try this one. It's like, what is this?
Ugh.
It is uncut,
Excuse me.
high proof. Hello. Excuse me, I got to play bartender
me.
here. But if you
Thank
go
you,
to
thank you,
Kentucky,
thank you.
definitely take a tour
Yes.
because you will learn a lot of things. There's a lot of places that.
And then they're how do you say it? You go there and you can buy bottles there that are rare, different rarity bottles and this and that, which you don't see on the shelves anywhere. If you want those, you have to buy them right there from that place, from like Heaven Hill, or whatever. So Bardstowns, Lex Row, all this stuff. So Dark Arts, blah blah blah. Some of those stuff never sees Ohio.
And the caveat to that is that they know that they're the motherland. They know that people come down there to look for the rare bottles. Ever since COVID had happened, you'll see the lines. They're so long for their gift shops. They start scanning your driver's license, and you're only allowed to buy one special bottle every 6 months.
That's all right.
So you go down there with a group of buddies. You guys can get a couple of good bottles, but you're not going to be able to get them for another 6 months.
Wow.
So that's kind of the only caveat on that. They're just trying to make it fair, I would imagine. So,
and that's reasonable.
so
Are we doing a radio show?
I was going to say, do you want to pass this around, and I'll read something about this bottle here. The French 46 French oak specifics are they put 10 seared French oak staves that are fitted into the barrel before the whiskey is finished. Why is it called 46? Bill Samuels Jr. named the bourbon after the French Oak Stave, which is an independent stave company which files as Stave Profile number 46. So again, you were saying that this was a 94 proof.
I think it is.
Well, it's in Karen's notes here,
Okay,
so I'm going to
okay.
trust her.
Yeah, I think it's 94.
Mash bill on this one is a 70% corn, 16% soft red winter wheat, and 14% malted barley.
Nice.
Wow.
An age statement of approximately 6 years, and it's about 35 to 40 bucks a bottle. So those are on the French Oak Stave specific to this bottle here.
Did you just take a sip?
I did not. I'm
Oh,
just nosing it.
Yeah.
I'm listening, nosing it, running my phone.
So
over.
we have no nosing notes on this, so but we do have tasting notes that I have rolled down, so I'm not reading them.
So Rich says 46 was my favorite out of the 6
Yeah,
that he tasted. So
yeah. 46 just had that extra little punch of a red finish to it. That sherry just does a nice thing to a lot of things.
You know, I love. I don't mean to cut you. I love the fact that people in the audience that are our friends, all of us, and they always bring. If we need something, we can say, "Hey, check that." Boom, boom, boom. Just like Rich just did. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, these are the nose on this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's very
No-
I can't.
no ethanol.
It's some nice, beautiful legs in there. Damn. You only go up to the thigh though, but anyway. Just saying.
Then the hair starts.
Just saying. Kid. All right, I'm gonna.
Thanks. That's the show. No,
Yeah. I get no ethanol.
none.
0. It definitely has a sweetness to it, man. It's wonderful.
I'll be interested to see what Jimmy knows.
I get a little bit. I get a little bit of vanilla, maybe a little bit of caramel. I don't get any
Shit.
baking spice or any of that on my side.
I'm curious as what Jimmy, the Scotch drinker, gets out of this bourbon.
I like the nose, and I get the caramel
You know.
very much. So
I'm getting fresh fruit out of it for sure.
I could roll with that.
You know, not necessarily a cherry, but something reddish in that. Not red apple, but almost a red grape. I mean, let's be honest.
grape.
Yeah, like a red grape. Just very subtle, but that's there. But the nose is very inviting. It's not off-putting for even 94 proof. It's no ethanol. I'm diving in. I'm
All right,
sorry.
let's dive in, kids. Let's roll. Wow. There's a whole party going on in there.
I don't get any heat at all. Do you?
I get a little bit of spice, but I don't get any heat. Vanilla, caramel. Got a little dryness to it. I would say maybe oak. Almost a little bit like tobacco.
Tobacco.
I would honestly say it's a punched up 46.
It's wonderful.
I would definitely say it's definitely a more pronounced sherry flavor. The wine finish on there is definitely more than the 46. The 46 is very subtle. I'm getting more of the red wine. You know, the tannins,
They
the sweetness.
They definitely could be. Wines are a little dry,
yeah. But
but it does have that. It has that cherryness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense?
Oh yeah,
That's
100%.
very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah, this is.
In my personal opinion, that's a $60 bottle.
I get the dry. You get a little orange.
I do get a little orange. I do get a little orange.
I get the dryness though. I
Yeah.
get that.
Pairs really well with the cigar.
It does.
Really well.
I didn't want to ruin it. I was
No.
What are we all smoking? We never covered that.
Oh, we didn't, but
Crown Head.
I have
Crown
the
Royal- I'm sorry, Jerez.
dress that's from Jake,
Mm-hmm.
and I have one of Royal Havana's box press.
Yeah.
That is a great cigar.
I just love this one, and again, house cigar from
Yeah.
Royal Havana. Dave picks everything and blends everything for these, and it's just a fantastic house cigar. I don't know of any other house around here that does their own
They do their own
rolled
cigars.
cigars.
And you know, we sell out every week.
right, yeah,
Everywhere.
these are hard to buy a pack of. I can only get them like 5 at a time.
That's why sometimes you see them only one or only two,
Right.
because they just roll out.
I'm smoking the blackened
Yeah,
with the Connecticut shade wrapper.
Nice.
that was the blackened 86, or is that
No,
12,
40.
because you got the other
I've
band
got-
on there?
No, here I got it.
What you got?
Yeah, because there's the blackened 65, and then
No, 81 is the Maduro. The other one, I think, is 43 or 42 or something.
No, I don't have that.
oh,
Okay, it's the 12 whatever 84, 1284 or something like that. Connecticut shade blackened.
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. I'm gonna hit it again. What do you guys? You guys all get your?
Okay, so the tasting notes that Karen has provided us with. There is a little bit of nose on here. I didn't see this. She put it under the tasting, but okay. Hints of toasty French oak, caramel, and baking spices.
Okay.
I didn't get any baking spices. I know Greg said he didn't.
Well, I consider baking spices is I didn't. It wasn't like overpowering, but it was a nice warmth. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So that you get a lot of that. When you talk about baking spices, they can be, you talk about rye or whatever, you get that heat, and some heat is hotter than others, if you will.
Right.
And that smooth heat that I got is exactly what we're talking about right
Okay.
now. So,
that I
I
can,
like
that I
the
would agree with.
Smooth heat. I like that.
Yeah,
Let's use
Yeah.
that
yeah.
in the future.
I just wrote that. No.
Right coined copyright.
But again, I've learned a lot more from my experience down in Kentucky, and they made me sign the wall, the whole 9 yards. It was cool as hell. But anyway, so it taught me a lot of different things. Like some things that, because I always sometimes I can't determine what was this or what is. They said there's no wrong answer. And I tell people that all the time, but I'm not saying that to myself, But at the end of the day,
What distillery did you
So-
get that education at? That was at.
we were
because
at
you went-
5 different distillers. We tried, I think, 3 different ones.
Okay.
Bardstown was unbelievable, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But it taught me a lot of stuff. So it's like if you think it's something in there, say it. Don't.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer.
There's not, because everybody's
So-
palate is different, and
So what? So what'd you think, guys? Who's counting out first? Me or
well,
you?
I was going to say we got a palate here, a palate note here that says it's mildly sweet, uniquely layered with deep, rich notes of vanilla and baking spices,
Okay, I'll take that.
which I think that we agreed on that.
Yeah, I think we did.
And the finish was velvety, subtle, and pleasingly long. I would agree with
It was
those.
a long.
It's
yes.
still. I mean, it's like I haven't even
I
wanted to
still
take a
tasted it.
6th sip. I'm almost on sipping on air here because this is that good.
Sipping on air. That's
Yeah.
another.
Another coin.
Let's write that down too.
The Whiskey Roundtable Dictionary will be available at the end of the year. I'll pour a little more in there. Would you like a little more in there just to top off and get your nose going good?
Thank you.
Okay.
So
Dive into some scores, maybe.
all right. Who's going first?
Let's let our guest go.
Um,
Do you want to look at the bottle before you rate?
no, I'm
Okay.
gonna get for a $40 bottle. I'm gonna give that a 3.8.
Awesome.
Oh,
Very respectful.
huh.
Very respectful.
3.8. That's not
Give
bad.
that damn
That's,
bottle back.
I'll give you the bottle.
I'll be trying to put that in your back. I saw you putting it in your back pocket.
Okay,
No, I'm just busting.
I would put it in my
You're
satchel,
putting
man.
that in your take-home bag.
Oh, bring up the satchel.
I got my satchel, yes.
You were stupid.
I got my official Whiskey
Yeah, you got,
Roundtable
I was
satchel.
going to say, I'm going to put that in your blackened
There you
satchel.
go.
This goes everywhere with me now.
Awesome.
We got to promote the show and the people that we
Oh yeah.
deal with on there. But
I'm looking forward to that show too.
Yeah. Do you want to go next, Greg, or you want me to go?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I think it's a 395.
Wow.
395. Ooh.
Complex.
I
story.
really enjoy it. I really do enjoy it, and it's the proof is perfect. I like the dark char. It's very. It's something that I would like to. We talk about sitting out on the porch,
Right.
like we always do,
Mhm.
and smoking cigars.
Do you have a porch?
I do have a porch. I have a porch.
He's got a
and
front porch and a back
And a
porch.
I have a porch and a porch.
You're stupid. Jesus.
Who invited you?
Unfortunately, you did, but I don't know. I don't have the sense to leave.
And that's the show, kids.
You can go, but leave the satchel.
That's loaded with my cigars, man. No way.
Oh my goodness.
Me personally, I'm gonna go a little higher than all y'all. I'm gonna go with a 4.0, solid
Wow.
4.0.
Okay.
Simple reason is that Makers,
Well, we're all in the same area. You know,
Yeah.
we're all, you know.
but Makers 46 was my favorite of the Makers products. This one is a step up from the 46. I would say 100%. Price point is a good gift giving bottle.
Absolutely.
You know, for somebody that's, drinking their Jack Daniels, their Jim Beam, and their Maker's Mark all the time, give them a special bottle. This is one of them special bottles that they will thank you for. And that's why, and should be on my bar.
I agree.
Is this available?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Local.
Yes, it is very local.
Yeah, I would go with that. So recap, Greg, 395.
Yep.
Jimmy Chips, 3.8, and me, a 4.0.
Perfect.
Very good
Very
scores for a
close
bottle on that
scores.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
So that I'm digging.
Awesome.
I'm digging on that one. So
Beautiful. What we got on the score?
I'm checking that right now. Let's see.
It's like you know what you're doing.
I'm trying. I had a decent blueprint. I was set up for success. So
I see.
I see your field notes.
yeah, you can read them. I can barely read
Hang
them.
by your ankles.
I can barely read these things. But yeah, it's the scroll's quiet right now. Everybody's
I don't like those people anyway.
Hey, we're having a good time.
Oh,
It says
my
they-
goodness.
Everybody's watching. Well, you know, the first pitch is at 8:00. So what time is it?
It's
8:14.
8:15.
Yeah.
8:15.
No,
I
so
don't want to ruin the party.
the sausage
Let it
party.
roll.
Somebody quoted on here a sausage party. And they're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Oh my goodness.
That one you just can't get enough of. The more you drink it,
it's
it just
fantastic.
more and more stuff
Absolutely.
comes out of that one.
Awesome, kids. So,
So-
what else we got going on? Anything?
Anything coming up this week?
Next week we're gonna Karen. We're gonna be doing the same thing we are doing today. We have to kick everybody out because I got a big day next Saturday. So, but
Well, let me try this one here. Let me see if I can do this without screwing the show up here. Let me
Go ahead.
mention our sponsors here.
yes.
As always, we're going to thank Royal Havana, always hosting us on Wednesdays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Mondays, Fridays. Yeah, we can tell we kind of go up there a little bit. Dave is great, and his kids are doing a great job up there too.
they're all-
The Experience Barber and Shave Company, Lisa, I
Yep.
got to come see you. My hair's starting to wing out again.
I got to go see that.
The best straight
Yeah,
razor
I
shave.
I have to go.
Let's go together. We should
Yes.
go on a Saturday.
Yes, let's do it.
Make an
Maybe
appointment.
Make an appointment.
Make an appointment.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have to make an appointment.
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll get all shaved up.
Yeah.
You know,
Drop my drawers. And,
oh no.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I
No.
was sure, whatever.
It's a, but she will do all kinds
She's a
of.
sweetheart.
They have all kinds of great services. It's a man spa. It's really great to go there. I love Lisa and her husband. They're great people. We got Rayon Cognac. Hopefully we can get them before the end of the year because
I think we'll have that.
I'm gonna need another bottle of cognac because mine's gone. I invited a few people over and they really liked that, and that bottle went really quick. Village Martini Wine Bar.
Yep.
Oh, that's another great place. I
Yep,
love the great
absolutely.
bourbon selection.
Yep.
Westall's.
Westall's fantastic.
yeah.
A lot of fun at Westall's.
And they're doing a lot of good things. I mean, the summer cigar
We gotta
patio
hook
bars.
we have to hook them up with Steve.
Yeah, we will. But their cigar patio is closed for the winter now, I guess. But they got a lot of great indoor events going on up there. Check them out. Johnny's Pizzeria and Grill. We had pizza from them the other week, and they were
We did.
fabulous pizza.
Yep.
Great
Rawhide
pizza.
Firearms.
Great pizza, great
There's
sandwiches.
not a bad thing I've ever had.
Oh, no.
I do a lot of business with him. He's a great guy, man.
And then
Yes,
we got to mention Simply Greek because we haven't gotten there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But
We got to get down to Simply Greek too.
yeah.
We should.
Simply
go- we should-
Greek. Simply Greek.
Move that glass away. Step away from the glass.
Yeah, no, we got great. Simply Greek, great.
Yeah, their food is fantastic.
And then, as always, Schnitzel too, because
Schnitzel,
Goran,
Yep.
you great hospitality, Bronca,
the Schnitzel
Igor.
group, I call
Oh
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
just great.
Awesome. A lot of fun.
So yeah,
Nothing else on the scroll?
nope.
All right.
Everybody's ready.
Ready to close it out?
I think we can. I think we're about time.
Okay.
I don't think we got through with too many technical difficulties.
No, I think
Karen
we
did a
did
good
just
job of
about
setting us up.
Yeah,
Miss Karen, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, she did. She did a good job. So, as long as I can read my handwriting, we'll be all set.
All right, kids, listen. Thanks for watching the show today. It's been a lot of fun. Karen's missing, but that's okay. We're having a great time ourselves. So it was a lot of fun today. Enjoy your weekend. God bless. Until then, I am your host, Big G.
Bourbon Bob.
Jammy chips.
All right.
Go Guardians.
Go
Go Guardians.
Awesome, kids. Awesome.
Peace and love.
Oh my goodness, that was a great show.
Yeah, I think that was. Karen wrote me some good notes. We did good. The bourbon was great. Jimmy, thank you for being here.
For the amateur stand.